Practice? Practice? We talk about practice around here? Fabian just like, are you ready? I'm like, oh, the script. Let me read the script. Shit, it's blank. Welcome to the recap show. I am Sean Katina, and thank you so much for supporting Trader TV Live. Even after the market has ended, traders stay late, and we thank you for that as well. Everybody that's in the chat, we will be doing a roll call coming up pretty soon, so shout out to everybody that flipped over, man. What's up to Anthony, Natalia, Vin, Matt, everybody's here. Chimps are here, Rich Naples is here. Yo, what's up, Deez? This guy's here too. Lone Sophos is here. Everybody is here. What a great day it has been here at Trader TV Live, and thank you once again for joining us here after the market has closed. And what an exciting day it indeed was for the market. Let's have a quick little look and a quick little rundown. I always like it when the board is spitting green, baby, unless you're short, and then you may not. But for today, nice to see the regional banking ETF KRE has been on an absolute slide, man. Ever since we took down that $45 mark, which was the 50-period moving average. Cheers to everybody who's been talking for 6 hours. But I do get a break in the middle of the day. I don't know why I keep saying that. I mean, the break is nice, that's for sure. All right, $40 making a move down to the downside right now is KRE. Oil, though, you guys know we're in, let's just call up XLE right now. You know we're in the XLE. And again, I just feel like it seems like we're not talking enough about Russia, Ukraine, China being back online here with the production. We've talked about Tesla in China, Apple, China, India stories as well. And the reason why I bring this all up, because oil, very intertwined with what's happening production-wise around the world. You still need oil to run those factories. And right now, it'd be nice to see oil, again, making a move lower for us at the pump. But if you come over to the screen right now, XLE, nice move back up, man. I was a little upset that we didn't get anything out up here. Maybe we have one more day of a bump, and then I think we got to sort of get out, because I do want to rotate back into equity, okay? Back into equity near the end. And what I mean by that is equity names, not energy names. So tech names is what I'm looking at, not the word equity. I mean, you can buy energy equity as well. But look what's downside right now. As SLV Silver's been making a nice move right off that bottom. We sort of, let's get rid of that. We sort of zoomed in on this a little bit, but look at silver. Beautiful bottom at 20.5. Right now back up to 21. Let's see if it can take the 50, then the 200, or sorry, the 200, then the 50, back up here to 22 bucks for silver. And of course, whenever silver and gold trading very, very, I don't want to say they're not, hand in hand by any stretch of the imagination, but if one commodity will tend to move, so will the other, and they'll generally be the same way. As we talk about, the Fed just keeps on that printer right now. You want to buy some gold. And that leads me right to our guest. We will be having Adrian come through. I'm going to have to find out his name. Zunchik, I believe. Adrian Zunchik coming through right now from the Burb Nest. You guys can go find him out, over 600,000 followers. He's going to come through talking all about this. Like, Adrian, what's up with this, man? Long-term bull resistance, daily chart, short-term. So it's all here, man. It's great when you're a CMT talking about crypto. We can get some, valid levels to look at one more time right there. But yeah, gold coming in again today. The TAN ETF. Okay, a little bit of a downside move continuing on this. There's still end phase, man. And until these rates really start to get flipped over, I think we're going to hold off on end phase. Like to make sure that the Fed is going to start to lower rates. And then maybe we'll get into some of these energy names. IBB too, man, a very interesting spot to be in. Why not be in biotech? We've seen Moderna. Pfizer continues to slide. Eli Lilly with Mounjaro, as well as Ozempic. There's some big spaces here and some big things happening in this space. But look at the IBB, man. Absolutely crushed over the last couple of days. There's going to be a lot of value in this market. Be patient, wait for it. Financials, upside today, but it's been getting hit. Watch out for JP Morgan. We had a great JPM. We had a great JP Morgan short on, wasn't here Friday, on Thursday at 149. Nice move down there. We touched 144 today. This is just a minute chart. Oh, this is a 3-minute chart now. This should be a minute chart coming through. Is anything moving here? Okay, what else do you want to talk about there? UNG. SMH. So SMH having a decent day. The thing about this SMH is, and again, it wasn't here on Friday, but look at this. You are right now like at a tipping point of $140. If NVIDIA can hold, which it's been doing, NVIDIA today up 1.5%, great hold at $4 man. Oops, Stream Deck's not open. I pushed bang there. But great, I'm just gonna, hold on, bear with me as I open it, Stream Deck. Right there. Stream Deck is this really cool, I can't see, I can't lift it up or it's gonna pull out all the wires. Board that we have for animations there. But if NVIDIA doesn't hold, got it open. If NVIDIA doesn't hold 400, I'm worried about it. But for now, we had a decent hold on AMD at $96, $97 today as well. And that's at the 200 period moving average. There are lots of opportunity here in the space. So I like the SMH. I like the home builders as well, man. The home builders broke below. We're getting close to buying some of this as well, down near their 70. If Uncle Warren likes it, so do we. So let's wait to see. Now well below, I believe, areas that Warren Buffett and Berkshire was getting involved in some home builders names, now nicely to the downside. But after that, man, XLE, OIH, and the regionals really winning today. Also Nat Gas putting in some work as well. Thank you to everybody that's been joining us here on the chat. Chimps is here, Bongzilla's here. An early roll call here. Yeah, a lot of bangers today. Happy birthday. Thank you, Havana Woody, for that. Birthday was last week, but thank you so much for that. As Virgos, I heard Adara talk about, I don't know, can't remember what she was there today, but shout out to all the Capricorn. What are you, Fabian? Sagittarius, okay. I was gonna say sage, maybe. I know, I said shout out to all the Virgos, and he goes, boo. Why are you booing Virgos, man? He loves them, okay, he loves them. All right, so. And what are you then, Ramin? Libra. Lion there over there. Okay, so she's booing Virgos. Leo, sorry. What's a Libra then? Oh, the balance. Ooh, she's Leo mood. Okay. The roar's coming through over there. Anyways, as I try to figure out what all of this means. What does it mean? For trading, in my opinion, absolutely nothing. Would love it. You want to come on, Ramin, one day and talk astrology? I mean, look, maybe there is something about astrology and trading. Let's not. Okay, there you go. All right, there's going to be some people that believe in it. All right, yeah. Hey, look, Joe Werner, if you're here to talk about crypto, man, we're about to have one of the biggest and the baddest players in the crypto space, Crypto Burb, coming through in just a couple minutes. We'll maybe talk about Chainlink or not. We're going to talk about seasonality with Bitcoin. I feel like that's going to be pretty important to watch out for there. And we'll just talk about Coinbase real quick. We could talk about GBTC, BITO as well in the space. Look at Coinbase. Coinbase, again, although it will follow some of the moves on crypto, which with BTC, ETH, and some of those other names, Coinbase, in my opinion, has a lot more problems than just the crypto space alone. Like the crypto space has its own regulation issues, but I feel like Coinbase, again, just on the exchange side, very, very difficult. All right, what's happening? Shout out to Benzinga as Benzinga Pro continues to be a sponsor for Trader TV Live. I'm not really seeing anything pop down. Shout out to Trade Ideas as well, where I have this built. If there's anything popping here that we want to look at, Joby maybe in the aftermarket, nice move right there back to 680, taking out some levels there as well. But hey, let's go on to the next topic right now and just talk about, go next topic. And I was going to hit, I got breaking news. I don't know. Is that what you're going to hit there? What were you going to hit? Oh, you're going to go to the next topic. Okay. So we don't have any earnings today, but let's talk about something that is coming through. We have Costco coming in the next couple of days. Tomorrow night, we'll have this report coming through. You can see post-market on September 26th. So I really like Costco. I'm excited to hear, was their membership up or down, first of all? They missed on same-store sales, Costco did. For the month of September, I believe. We wouldn't have, obviously, October data yet. No, it must have been August data. They missed on same-store sales, so we're going to be a little nervous about Costco coming through. The other name that's coming up very soon for us is going to be NKE. Nike, post-market on the 28th, so Thursday night. And again, Nike, you know, I'm waiting to talk about their direct-to-consumer business. What's going on with their app? Can they sort of get around Foot Locker and some of these like talks about retail kind of being dead? Neil hit the nail on the head a little bit there with SoFi and student repayments. What tends to fund Nike and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not going to pull off the Yeezys right now, but I bought these directly from Adidas. Shout out to my German friends. But the thing is like, are you still going to stores, or are we going and purchasing shoes, clothing? Like I just bought back to school clothes for my kids using both the Nike app and the Foot Locker app. So I'm really excited to see what's happening here on a pullback for Nike coming in a few days as well. And then a couple other names, man. BlackBerry coming through with an earnings report, again, the same time on Thursday. We had Veritas talking about a buyout speculation there, or at least taking a piece of BlackBerry. We can see if that comes in as well. And there was one more name that I want to talk about. Let me just go back and check my notes really quickly here to see what it was. I can't remember the other name that's later on this week. Maybe you guys, what else is it? I'll just check through the chat. BlackBerry, Costco, Nike, Mullen. Nah, it's not Mullen. Is there any other names this week that we want to talk about you want me to look over real quick? Can't remember what it was, but shout out to everybody in the chat. If we do see it, or Bears versus Bulls, if you have anything, let me know. So thank you so much. Oh, well, that's what it was, exactly. Yo, shout out right now, man. Roll call. A big shout out to you, my friend. You hit it right there. Anderson, thank you so much. It was Micron. So let's go over and a quick look at Micron MU. There it is right now. Micron coming through. Micron's going to be a very important one, because whether or not DRAM is still a topic of discussion, it is going to be when Micron reports Wednesday after market. So, hey, could this retrace down to the 200 period moving average? If it does, that's a 10% move down for Micron. For me, I'm going to stay away from Micron. I'd rather be in, like I said, I like Oracle on the networking and the big data side of things. If we're going to actually buy anything, believe it or not, although I do believe NVIDIA is a little overvalued, I'm going to make sure that we watch out for NVIDIA down by that $400 level as well. The team's getting ready, man. We're almost going to have Crypto Burb coming through in just a couple of seconds. But those are a couple big earnings. Let me know in the chat which earnings play you're most excited for. Like I said, I'm looking for Costco to come through. I'm looking for Nike to come through. Micron should be interesting because, hey, it's going to sort of give us that feel for maybe what to expect. Is there still demand? Where is the demand? Micron and Intel could be pretty key there for, again, the computing side of things. Watch out for Dell on a Micron report as well. And there's going to be other names, TSM. What's up with ASML, man? ASML continues to make some downside moves. Hey, yo, Ponzi Fonzie. What's up, my guy? Right there as well. You want to talk about a disappointing stock of the day? I mean, people say go woke and go broke. I mean, I don't know. Is Disney now finally past some of their politics? Are they finally now going to catch a bid at some point? If you come over to my screen, I feel like the answer to Disney is no. I was excited for today. I thought some of that news coming through on Disney, the writers coming back through, I believe the actors just need to get worked on, but that's getting very close as well. So I'm just going to say, hey, what's up with that? And honestly, slap a fail onto the Disney chart. I thought it would get a little bit of a bounce. If you're just going to check real quickly, man, a quick 2-minute one right here. Nice start to the day on Disney. We got up to close to 82, 81.75, and then it just faded out pretty much all day. Not closing on its lows, closing right in the middle is DIS. So we're going to have to wait to see if Disney can get going. And honestly, for me, this daily chart is pretty pathetic for Disney, still making new lows. We can go back months and months and months. It's $80. It is the COVID bottom right now for Disney. And I'm just glad that we got out of some at the top, but I'm not glad because we've been adding to this position no more. I don't see the point, man. I mean, who still subscribes to cable? And then even then, they're going to have to pay a handsome ransom for Hulu coming up. They have a payment due for that if they want to stay in that game. And then are they going to be able to sell ABC? What's going on with ESPN? I don't know. There's lots of stuff happening. Amazon paying up for NFL? That's great, but that just costs more for Fox, for Disney, for all these guys that want to step up and buy sports content. Apple, what about Apple? Apple did that deal with MLS, you know, and they're paying Messi. They gave Messi a piece. So, like, is Disney willing to do that? Probably not. And by the way, shout out to Inter Miami. Like, look, I love football, AKA soccer, depending on what nation you're in. Shout out to my friend coming on through Poland. You know, are they watching MLS? Like, that's US-based soccer, right? Maybe Messi coming over, definitely helping out. But come on, a lot of football is still being played over there in Europe, in the Premiership there in England. So let's wait to see. Is Disney willing to step up and make a big play, possibly for one of those leagues, or not for the league, but Serie A, Premiership, Bundesliga, stuff like that? I think Disney's going to be in a little bit of trouble. But, you know, whenever we are ready, it's going to be, you know, we're pretty happy, man. We do have Adrian coming through. It's going to be a big one. Zunchik. I don't know if I got that right. We're going to ask him in just a couple of seconds, very, very soon, coming through. So we're really happy, man. Over 650,000 followers. Let's support this guy coming through, talk all about crypto. I'm pretty pleased with it as well. BITO. You know, I have to talk to Michael. We weren't ready yet. We'll call for him when we are ready. You guys let me know, because we can go any minute now to come back on. So let me know there, Fabian, when we're ready. But BITO, still a nice downside move. Bitcoin and crypto right now battling around that 26,000, 27,000 mark. We'll see if we can get going. And I just saw on Adrian's page as well, if you're looking for a massive bull run, there are going to be levels to talk about, and I'm excited to go over that real quick with Adrian. But without any further ado, I got to hit this, man. This is my favorite one. It's Trader Talk. Let's go. We have the crypto burb himself. Did I get that right? It's Adrian Zunchik. Are we close on that, Adrian?
You're close, man. You're really good at it. It's D is not silent. So if you were to become close to Polish, you should say Zdunchik. Although I'm not expecting anybody, you know, to repeat the Polish rumbles. So
Zdunchik. There we go.
That's it. That's
we
perfect.
got it, man. Yeah, we're not messing around. So thank you so much for coming on. Why don't we give a little bit of just a background for yourself? How long have you been interested in the cryptocurrency markets? Maybe explain what's up with your name as well. And we'll just go from there. Thank you so much. This is your first appearance with Trader TV Live.
Yeah, man. I gotta tell you, I love your charisma. You're very energizing, you know. And when I stepped in, you know, and just kind of like we're hearing you talk, right? This is some next level stuff. So
well, hey, we're glad to have you on. Let's take it from the level we're at now to the next level. And that's why we want to keep on having high quality guests such as yourself. So look, I'm amazed because you know the thing about crypto, and we still haven't gotten your story, so we're going to get that in a minute. But there's always talk about, you know, we've had Natalie Brunell on. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her. She's been on the show a couple times as well. And I just like the legitimacy of some of the players. Like you're a CMT. So we're not talking about like, oh, this is going to moon. We're looking at levels. We're looking at support and resistance. We're looking at actual reasons. And I know you're a friend of Michael Noss as well. You know, we're actually looking for reasons why stock, or I mean, I'm okay talking about stocks and crypto in the same vein. We have enough data points now, right? So that's why I'm interested to have a guest like you. Why don't you explain why you're excited about crypto and how you got involved?
Right on. That's actually kind of like an entangled story, right? So I'll need to rumble you guys to death. So that's not what I'm not gonna do too much. What I probably can say is that my main focus is providing value, right? As a CMT, the only CMT in Poland, I'm on a lone rider mission to kind of like provide reliable technical analysis where it's missing. And apparently it's missing in 99.9% of the pieces of the world, basically, right? Because everybody, most of the people I talk to, you know, they're dealing with some heavy aversion, right? With some heavy dissonance, basically cognitive dissonance, many different biases that are calling from their prejudices, right? So those prejudices they have basically tell them that technical analysis is shy, basically because they have just lost one trade and that was supposed to be 100% win guarantee because some random guru on the internet told them that, hey, listen, buy my strategy, right? So this is bullshit. This is not what technical analysis is. Technical analysis is a study, is a price study, is an art of reading that prices and well, managing the portfolio with the risk toolkit that they have, right? And using certain techniques, using volume, using price action, naked price action alone, using volume, using the breadth conditions, right? The volatility, etc. So there are many different ways and techniques that stem from the behaviorals of the market that we can read and quantify. Right, and that's exactly what technical analysis does, and why it should be considered among other techniques, among other, I should say, studies, just like the fundamental analysis. Right, in the CNT industry, there's been a growing trend, a rising trend, in calling that, instead of picking your own, what do you call that, like a camp, right? Whether you are the
like bull or
fundamental
bear
analyst. But bull or bear, yes, but fundamental analyst, technical analyst, more of it is more often called diffusion analysis, right?
Okay.
So it's kind of like a combination of technical factors and fundamentals. And even if fundamentals at times may be better, it's still gonna be best if you combine those, right? Just like that momentum investing.
Adrian, not to interrupt, but the thing is that these conversations is why I believe Trader TV Live and what we're doing is the best, because we're both real traders.
Correct.
We can have these kind of conversations where we don't have money behind us that is basically telling us what to say, like, we like Bitcoin because of this, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're going to look and we're going to tell the facts and we're going to talk about it real time. And that makes me believe, I thought that with this huge, everyone's so worried about interest rates, right? I mean, we just added 500 bips to where we were a year ago. Mortgage rates from 3% here in the US, well, we're in Canada, but in the US, same thing here in Canada, doubled, tripled, quadrupled mortgage rate payments. I thought Bitcoin, and I'm gonna talk about this, I'm long Bitcoin now, and I believe in the long-term story of the depreciation of the US dollar, the continuous funding of all of these states. We're in trouble. Let's just print more money. Eventually, that's not going to last. But I'm surprised that Bitcoin is still hovering around, honestly, some of these lows. I know we went from 16 up to 30, but I thought we would have got going by now. And I know you just showed your chart. We can screen share. So I want to do that. Give us some levels right now that maybe if we were bullish and we're like, we've had enough of the Fed printing money, we want to look at Bitcoin, we want to hold some, where could we maybe start nibbling? Are those times now? And what are some key levels for us to look out for?
Right on. Just to keep it short on my end, right? Not to kill the vibe. This is a summary of my kind of like a longer report that I did. Long story short, the bull market is intact, right? The 200-day moving average is rising. So this is undeniable that the bull market trend is intact. It's rising, right? There is nothing to argue. So buying arguably the corrective tides, the waves on the correction side, in the rising trend, in the rising dominant trend of the bull market, is basically talking about buying opportunities. So first of all, the 25K, 25,000 has been a fairly respected level on the resistance side. It flipped the polarity to the support side, and it's holding up well so far, right? In the rising dominant tendency again, right? There's been a declining, of course, trend line lately, pressing, providing a little bit of a diagonal resistance, call it like that. That paired with the, with the mean reversion levels of close to 28,000, there's a special, I guess, chapter in every technical book about why round numbers are magically important, right? Mainly because people believe so, and it's easy to remember. Still, they work. So 28K is a little bit of a resistance bastion that we need to break. 25K is a fairly well-established region. I'll give it a little bit of a piece of a buffer down there, toward 24,500s, right, which is where the 50-week moving average is as well. So this combined with 28K resistance, like I said, round numbers, local support at 26,000, right? However, it's short term. The main support 25, the main resistance 28. Right now, locally, of course, we are still consolidating in this kind of like a slower period of the slower quarter past the summertime. Arguably, which is pretty interesting, we are right now in the worst, the most negative month of the year, basically on record, right? September is the only losing month. It averages out a loss of 6.5% on average, right? I've got this chart over here.
Yep.
And this is the only losing chart. This is the only losing month on average ever for Bitcoin, right? So if you continue to buy every year in, year out, September's and sell in September's, right? By September 1st, sell October 1st or September 30th.
Wait a second. What is that? What is this chart exactly? That's the only month what? Could you just repeat that? Because I think that's misunderstood by a lot of traders. Can we throw that back up and you could just mention what this is one more time? Average, go ahead.
Correct. This is average monthly performance of Bitcoin, right? So basically, September is the only losing month on average for record.
Okay,
right?
and
for the record that we've collected. Yeah.
How far back does that go? Because that's very interesting, because the stock market, we know that September is historically the worst month in the equity markets as well. So that just, in my opinion, just justifies more that there's actual money coming in and looking at these sort of seasonal trends like we've mentioned before. So how far back? Are you looking back to 2016, 17?
Yeah, it's gonna be 2011 through 23.
Wow.
Right, so it's 12 full years of data. So it's a full available information that you have on the Bitstamp exchange, and it goes even to 2010. The whole Bits, price history started being recorded on July 2010 when the first listing came in. Still, what's relevant, of course, despite a short history, is that it aligns fairly well with the seasonal patterns, like you mentioned. That, for instance, my good friend Jeff Hirsch. Comes up at the Stock Traders Almanac, right? And speaking of which, by the way, we are releasing for the first time ever the seasonality article fully dedicated to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin ever, right? This is a very interesting piece, because what I've noticed by trying to educate also the hedge funds and big institutions and family office managers is that they are very often skewed and biased, prejudiced, right? They're trying to incorporate those outdated trade, stock market models and directly into Bitcoin, copy paste it, and they arrive at the conclusion that because Bitcoin doesn't have a regular cash flow, it is having no intrinsic value, which is not true, right? Which is very interesting, because otherwise, how could you explain that there's such a pending growing momentum of a $1 trillion market class? So one way or another, Jeff pretty fairly established the seasonal patterns of the best 8 months for the buying and the worst 4 months, right there, right? So Bitcoin falls into the category in a similar manner to what Nasdaq does and the tech stocks do, right? So we have a very distinct pattern of buying into late September, which is basically, again, the only losing month on record, especially in the second half of the month, right? September 26th is the low point on the fairly enough, is a low point on the chart with the average cumulative daily performance, right? Which is another one that we're talking about in the article that we're dropping tomorrow with Jeff. Okay. Right, and this is something again to consider, because when we go down deeper, right, and figure out that Bitcoin's Bitcoin in its own long history, long compared to its own, but short, of course, compared with 90 year plus with the S&P 500. It's been in the cycles of bulls and bears, right, that are often paired with the halving. The first halving brought massive price hikes. The second halving brought massive hikes. 90x, 30x, 7x for the most recent, and the next one. Well, guess what? Of course, we're not going to know exactly what it does. Still, what Bitcoin did, it never returned to the halving prices that were there prior, right? So it tended to provide massive rallies after every halving, and it never came back to the same halving prices. So that combined with the seasonal pattern again of the best 6 months or best 8 months, similar to Nasdaq, is basically very important. And one final point is that right there at the top of the chart, basically there is a long-term correlation study, right? A long-term correlation of Bitcoin against the Nasdaq index up there, right? And this is a 200-week correlation. 50-week to 52-week correlation. So a yearly, a very long study up there, and the long-term moving average, 200 weeks averaged out. So since 2015, on the long-term average, Bitcoin has gained against the Nasdaq, basically, strengthened the correlation by 400%. So that tells you that Bitcoin is slowly becoming like a tech stock.
Adrian, you know what? The one thing is, I'm so happy that I found somebody that likes to talk almost as much as me, maybe a little bit more, but that was super informative, man, and I want to thank you so much for coming through. And I do believe that Bitcoin does have a spot in every single trader's portfolio, especially even if you don't believe in it, take a shot. There's many different instruments to have a quick look. And I don't know if you've seen the screen yet, but we have this real cool, sort of bumper for you at the bottom. I want to make sure everybody checks you out on X at CryptoBurb, the Bird Nest. Thank you so much for coming through one more time. It's Adrian Zadunchuk. How was that?
Thank you so much.
That's pretty good. Thank you so much, Adrian, for coming through. And we'll love to have you back on again. Promise you'll be back on?
promise. Pinky promise.
Adrian, that's that. That's Trader Talk. Thank you so much. Now, there's a passionate guy, obviously, loves to talk, man, and that is what it's all about. It's that information. Make sure you check out Adrian on X. Find him. Let's go. Thank you so much for coming on. I think we'll have him back on again. That was great, man. A lot of information there. And then we can talk about altcoins. We can get some specific questions from the audience as well later on as we go. All right, next topic real quick, because guess what? Time's already rolled through. No, previous topic, man. What are you talking about? Okay, Fabian, I see what you're doing there. Yeah, we gotta go. I just want to talk real quick about the Google trade that we had here today. And this is this, man. Real early, we didn't trade it at all until the afternoon, right? When Google came through, we knew that we kind of wanted to go long early on this name. And unfortunately, we started to go long here at VWAP at 130.75. Once VWAP in the 50 period was broken, we got out of the way. That put us into a negative state. But, okay? There's always a but. Actually, this is VWAP down there. That was the 21 period. We were playing it off the 50 period moving average. My bad. Then we came back in and we played off VWAP and the 200. And then we went long and we brought it all the way back from 130, again, playing off key levels, right? Took the 130 back up into 131, out. Just like, you know, when it comes down, it's like an elevator. We get rocked. In and out. Bang, drop to the bottom, but then just slowly get it out on the top. And then we came right back to the high of the day, shorted it, and cashed out all afternoon on Google. So let's watch out for 131 tomorrow. But look what's happening in the aftermarket. Nice move up to 130, 134. Google today, a strong name. This is tomorrow's trade today. Watch out for Google strength tomorrow. Bring over to my next topic. It is always going to be this at the end of the day. Let's go with a stock blitz. Means you give me a stock and I'll talk about it, as well as roll call. So quickly, who's up in here for roll call? Let's do this real quick. I'm going to show this screen. Anybody here? It's all about the butts, okay? Not sure about what's up with that, but right there, Google 133 calls. I like that play, man. Shout out to you, Michael. Thank you so much for posting that because I like that play. Good job, says Daniel Wells. Thank you so much. Elf, we could talk about Elf. I really like those guys there in the cosmetic space. We could definitely look at. Thank you, Dr. Strange. My specialty is obviously not in crypto, but I'm going to get better and learn more about that. Thanks to Adrian there as well. For the Burb Nest, we had written down there the Bird Nest. It's the Burb Nest. Another win. Thank you so much, Vin, there as we go over there to roll call. Thank you so much. The one thing though is, man, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe. If there's anything that I want from everybody, it is just that. And I got to give a big shout out because without everybody, without Bears vs. Bulls, without everybody watching the show, my wife says I have gorgeous eyelashes, but then they just get in my eyes, right? And so shout out to my wife.
Oh my God.
Love you so much. Thank you so much. Phil McCracken right there. What's up? Obviously, but you know, hopefully we don't get strike down for that. We're having fun here. El Maestro, Bia Wally, Nicole Harris. These are also from Friday. So shout out to everybody. Nicole, Matt, Ponzi, Fonzie. What's up, my guy? Well, everybody here. Matt, I don't want to just say one person's our guy because Hayes Record's been here for a while. Westermeyer, hey, where's our 8-ball? Main MBFA, Zoomy as well. New members, blessed and favored, man. Blessed every day to be here. I feel like JT Thomas, Russell. Hey, Russell McCracken and Phil McCracken. Hopefully you guys, shout out to you guys as well. Ken Torrey, Small Trades, and Alex Davis. Would be nothing without everybody coming through as well. So we said we talk about ELF quickly, so let's just do that. Let me call this up and then type it in here so we can see when is the reporting date. I got to go, man. It's 4:34 before they really crack out on me here. Of course, ELF is beauty supplies coming through. It's really pulled back. And again, if you just wanted something a little bit cheaper, I don't know enough about this. My wife said, take a look at this stock. That was months ago. It's a good thing I didn't really look at it. But look at this. Nice move up on the 50 period, right? Really riding it real high. And again, this goes all the way back 22. This is a daily chart. We can pull this back. This has been a very, very storied name. Huge moves to the upside. If you're going to look back at ELF right now, let's go for a weekly chart. Look at this, man. $25, $30. Higher quality cosmetics without the name. So they're charging you a little bit less. And they're kind of like mocking. Not mocking is the wrong word. Imitating, I guess is a good word, sorry. And it's just coming back in right now. Let's just find out. Again, you know, nice move, average true range of $5. Where is November 1st? So pulling back. So again, I like to look at the daily here. I feel like this is a good stock to buy. The reason why it got bought up during COVID again, a lot of people saying, you know what, we got to put on our face now because we were sitting there on Zoom. And so forget about buying clothes like the Macy's, the Nordstroms, the higher end. But if you're going back to the office, which a lot of people have already gone back, a lot of work from home still existing. So I don't believe the story's done on e.l.f. Cosmetics. And I would say it's getting close to a buy. Why not, man? Nice cash, only a 5.8 billion market share. That's not bad. Short float, a little bit concerning at 4%. That can create a nice move to the upside. EPS, a company making money. We like that in this environment. I think e.l.f., I'm going to stamp it with a buy rating right now as it's coming back in. And again, we'll do a little bit more work on it, but $90, the 200 period, we love it. 50 period, it's already broke. I think you can nibble now on e.l.f. Cosmetics. Thank you so much for watching this show. We had fun as per usual. I want to thank Adrian from the Crypto Bird for coming through. I want to thank everybody for watching. And I'm going to do a likes check live on the show because I looked last time. No, we're not zooming in yet because I'm not happy. 255 likes. If you're still part of the show, man, only 1,400 watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's get that going right now. 256. We can get it upside from that. Thank you so much for watching one more time. I'm Sean. What camera? We're over there. I'm Sean Katina. Thank you so much for enjoying the show. It's the recap show. We're back live with you tomorrow, baby. And hopefully this voice will last. It's been a good one. We're back at 8:30. I'm Sean. Follow me at Trader TV Sean. And thanks for staying late with me. Ciao, everybody.